Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Here we go again. Another episode of Ahmadiyya Fact Check Blog. I don't remember the number of episodes. I'm not even keeping track, but here we go. Thank you for coming. Today we're talking about Qasim Rashid, and he's running for office in Chicago now. In the 11th, is it the 11th Congressional District? Let me check. Yeah, it's the 11th Congressional District versus Bill Foster. Let's talk about this guy. Who is this guy? You know, where's he from, and et cetera, et cetera. So, um, what kind of things has he been saying? What's he been telling the world? And who is he really? You know, so these are sort of the things I'm about to go through. Real quick video, not going to take too much of your time. So, who is Qasim Rashid? Qasim Rashid, and here's what he's not telling people. He's not telling people that he's the son of a Ahmadi Murabbi. That's weird to me. You know, he came to America in 1987, 88, but he doesn't say why. This is the weirdest thing. Why is he deliberately hiding this information? Probably because it's going to make him look bad. Because the only reason he came to America was because his dad was working with the Ahmadiyya movement, and they got him this wonderful job in America. So that's his story, of how he came to America. And per my records, his dad is a guy named Abdur Rashid Yahya. He's working in Canada at the Jamia in Canada, and a lot of information isn't clear about him. A lot of his work is unclear too. Like, what work has he even done in Canada? What books has he written? What articles has he written? Et cetera, et cetera. So there's something going on there. And then, his he claims to have grown up in Section 8 housing. But your dad was an employee of the Ahmadiyya movement. How could you have grown up in Section 8 housing? You know, was the Ahmadiyya, is that the Ahmadiyya movement's fault? So I really don't understand why he says that. Why does he say he grew up in Section 8 housing on food stamps, and then he claims extended family too? I heard that too. It's like, but you're not saying your dad is an employee of the Ahmadiyya movement, and they're the ones persecuting you. They're the ones who put him in that spot. And that's just an example of who he is and how he presents himself. Half truths, a lot of half truths, a lot of things that just aren't true. He's spinning it. He's a spin doctor, right? And he's spinning all kinds of information, bro. Let me tell you. So anyhow, he comes to America. His brother is the Muslim Marine. If you ever find this, there's like another Qadiani who's got the similar Shams. I think his name is Mansoor Shams. And you know what's funny about both of these guys? They claim to be Marines, but they never deployed. I don't even think they were in infantry units. I think they were admin. So it's the weirdest thing, bro. The weirdest thing. The dude's brother says he was a Marine, but he was in the office. And he never deployed. What kind of Marine is that? So it just goes to show how people are willing to exaggerate on who they are. You know what I mean? And you'll see that all the time. People always present themselves or who they like in a better way, than they are. The exaggeration. And that just kills me, man. Just tell it the way it is, man. What's the big deal? So anyhow, his sister apparently left Ahmadiyya. That's an interesting story, because he hasn't confessed to it, and he probably won't. He's that kind of guy. So that's how he grew up. And then his dad moves to Canada. It's the weird story. And then his brother joins the military. And then, who's he living with? Him and his sister. We don't know. It's kind of unknown. So maybe that's when he was on food stamps to say, we don't know. It's all unknown. Anyhow, that's sort of his background. That's how he got to America. It's not an immigrant story. His dad was an employee of the Ahmadiyya movement, and a liked employee. They liked him so much, they gave him a job in America. They didn't have to. He could have went to Africa and been stuck in Africa his whole life, or stuck in Rabwa his whole life. So they only send the ones they like to America. You see that? They don't like you, boy. You might be going to Africa. In fact, that there's a famous story of Zial Haq Zaki Kosar. the son of Inam al-Haq Qusr, who's the missionary in charge in Australia. Uh, they didn't like him. He was in America. He had passed Jamia, so they were going to send him to Africa, and he wasn't with it, so he quit. And then his brother Sonny, I think he married like a Christian, and then his third brother is actually a Maulvi in New York. I think he's in Chino now. Anyhow, that's sort of the background. So let's see what Qasim Rashid does. What does he do? He ends up being okay. His first job is at Kaplan University. All right, hold up. Let me switch this. Okay. All right. So Qasim Rashid says he's all for education, you know, and et cetera, et cetera. So funny thing is, the Republicans did an expose on him and said, "Oh, he's all about education, huh?" The guy worked at a scam college. Look, here it is. Here's the website. So let's talk about the scam college first. Okay, his first job, his longest career, was he was an admission, the director of it. Oh, okay, he was the director of admissions at Kaplan University, associate director for 3 years. It was a predatory profit online university plagued with scandal. They're not teaching nothing. Okay. However, Qasim Rashid has tried to delete all this. He doesn't want to be known for it anymore, off his LinkedIn page, off everything. All right, because it was brought up, and then he now he's calling them scam. Bro, that's how you got your start. That's where you started. So knock it off with the lies, bro. Knock it off. Check out this website. The dude is a straight up con man liar. Okay. Then his only job on the books is 2016, 2017. That's not even a year. That's like 11 months at and I was gonna call them and be like, who is this guy? Karama. It's like a Muslim human rights organization. He wouldn't have lasted long. Okay. However, check this out. Records reveal he's never done any human rights work in any court for several years. When did he do human rights work? See, he's talking about the Ahmadiyya movement is what it is, and his work with them. And he's like, no, I'm here. I spoke to a few people, maybe, or I showed them how to get an asylum visa, and etc. That don't count. He's exaggerating all that. Okay. And then, okay, the dude is broke, yo. Sonny is broke. Look, in 2010, he paid himself $18,000 as his push to get as a candidate. He's paying himself. Okay, he had no job in 2019 and 2020. He wrote them stupid books that are really him promoting Khilafat. Really, what has the guy done? He's done nothing, but he's lying about it. So that's that part of the story. Okay. Now let's talk about how much he hates Islam. Well, it ain't hard to tell. Look, check this out. He's such an idiot. I don't know if I should call him an idiot or just a baffling buffoon. Nevertheless, he tried to call the famous takfir reference. This is the famous reference on takfir. He tried to call it, what'd he say? It's a fake. He called it a fake. Okay. Why? Because he's an idiot. He doesn't know anything. I come across these guys all the time. You didn't read the 100 books you need to read to be able to have an opinion? Then shut up. You shouldn't have an opinion. You should go sit down and say, I don't know enough about this topic. I'm going to go read about it. So anyhow, that's one. Then let's see what else he's been up to. So a lot of Ahmadis will talk about LGBTQ. They're against it. Well, Qasim ain't. He's been supporting it. So do with that whatever you want to do with that. Okay. And then what's this? He called Zakir Naik a terrorist. You see this? He's calling Muslims terrorists. Zakir Naik a terrorist? How? When did that happen? How'd you get that? Because he said death for apostasy. MGA said it too. It's like treason. It's like what Edward Snowden did. If only he knew. And then death for blasphemy. Well, in the UK, can you speak against the Queen? So what's going? Look. This freedom of speech thing. You got to be careful what you say, man. When I was growing up in the Bay Area, there wasn't no freedom of speech, bro. You say something, there's consequences for that. Don't let people fool you thinking you can just say whatever you want. You got to be careful what you're saying about who. Get jumped on. So okay, what else? Um, he says he's banned because in he's calling him a terrorist, etc., etc. Oh, and then look on abortion. Okay, this is interesting. When the fetus is non-viable up to 120 days, abortion is allowed. Not in Sunni Islam, not in Shia Islam. That's only in Qadianism, and that's recent. That wasn't even Mirza Ghulam Ahmad. That wasn't even the third or the fourth. Maybe it was the fourth. But look, this guy is saying something that's totally incorrect. And then he says it's a decision between a woman and her doctor. Okay, what about the family? All right, so look, the rape and incest is one thing. The fetus being non-viable, how you know it's non-viable? In fact, I think Azhar Hanif said something to the contrary on this too. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, so I did that one. Oh, look, he attacked Professor Jonathan Brown, and look, Professor Jonathan Brown responded to him. So Qasim says, you want to know if an imam promotes peace or terrorism? So he says any imam who says Ahmadis are not Muslim is promoting terrorism. This is what he's saying. He says if you don't accept me as a Muslim, you're a terrorist. That's what this is. Well, that no one does, bro. Y'all got some weird beliefs, man. We're supposed to accept you and all the weirdness of MGA. And come on, man. What? How weird is that? So Professor Brown says, is Qasim going to retract his accusation that American imams and Muslim leaders are terrorists? And he didn't. So, bro, why are you running in District 11 trying to get Muslims to vote for you? You consider them all terrorists. So knock it off, bro. Let's see what else. Oh, he's worked with Peter King. The Ahmadiyya movement is working with Peter King, who's a straight up Islamophobe. Straight up. They're in bed with him. They're in bed with him. Okay, so look, same thing, boom. Same thing. Okay, then, this is the data on Peter King. He says he's the co-chair of the Ahmadiyya Religious Freedom Caucus. He's been pivotal in helping the Ahmadiyya movement. See? And then look, C.J. Whirlman, who is even like, I think he's against Islam. Actually, I don't remember. He says King deserves credit, but look, this the guy who said there's too many mosques in the country is terror. Look, it's this one. It's this one. So it's like, hold up. So the Islamophobe is now helping the Ahmadiyya movement, and then look, Kashif chimes in. No, that was he changed. Now he changed. Oh, he changed now, huh? Okay. And then look, here's Professor Jonathan Brown saying the same thing. Like, yo, is this guy, is Qasim gonna change? Is he gonna switch it up? Nope, he didn't. He didn't care. He's like, what are you guys gonna do? Okay, here's another one. This was Ali Rizvi, who I think is an atheist. Is he atheist? Actually, I don't remember, but he's something like that. And then he's saying, Qasim, what are you talking about? Mirza Ghulam Ahmad clearly said that whoever doesn't accept it. And then look, here he says, oh, it was a revelation from God. So look, at one point he calls it a fake. Now he says, oh, okay, it is a revelation of God. Okay. And then look, he knows Muslims believe Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the last prophet. He knows that. But here, look what he says. Nothing in the kalima says it. You cannot represent Muslims if this is how you feel, bro. Move to the side. Just leave. You should just leave, bro. Okay? Let's see what else. Oh, and then look, he's lying on the messenger, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. On top of everything, he's lying on the person we hold the highest, the human being we hold the highest. He says, a Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was clear that subordinate prophets to him will continue, but that he is the last law-bearing prophet in Islamism. What? When did he say that? He never said that. How dare you insinuate such a thing? Okay, then, oh, so he says facts about Jesus, alayhi salam, in the Quran, mentioned by name more than Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, attest to his virgin birth. Ahmadis don't believe that. Mirza Ghulam Ahmad said it was an illegitimate pregnancy, bro. Okay, miracles. Y'all don't believe in no miracles? You said that they're all rare scientific phenomena. So what is this guy talking about? Messiah and second coming? You have the opposite belief of 99% of the world. So what? I mean, the amount. Oh, and then he says Merry Christmas at the end. Merry, oh, okay. So then, oh, this is someone who got mad that Muslims didn't vote for Qasim back in 2020 because he hates us. Why are we going to vote for a guy who hates us? Come on. Okay, and then here's some work the brothers did about a lot of the stuff I brought up about his positions on Hamas. I think he believes in collective punishment, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, and then what else? Oh, this is the same thing, and this is the last one. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that, that is a quick little 16-minute video explaining. Let me just go through my notes. Yep, I talked about all this. Oh, his book. Oh, he was a national spokesman for the Ahmadiyya community. So all of this is a push by the Ahmadiyya community. They want a politician, and they're like, bro, you got to be the guy. His dad is an employee. Oh, and this is what he's looking to do. Them asylum cases, boy. Oh, deliberately erasing articles. Like I spelled that wrong. He's information. He's a spin doctor. Okay, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. With that, thank you. Assalamu alaikum and peace out.